What I have right here is a deep S breakfast. What makes it a deep S? There is no dairy, there are no onions, there are no tomatoes. What I have, I cooked with a pure fat oil, which is coconut oil. I put that in my pan, and then I added a huge amount of kale and spinach and sauteed all that. And as you all know, you can have like 5 cups of all those vegetables, and it turns out to be a tiny handful. I probably should have put more in my pan. But just so you know, I sauteed all that together till it was cooked down. I added salt. I use pink Himalayan salt that I get in bulk, or I buy the bags at like Home Goods and TGA Maxx and places like that, Ross. And then nutritional yeast that I get in the bulk department at Winco. That's all I added to this. And then I added 2 eggs on top of it, and that is a great deep S. Deep S's are great if you want to, if you have a meal that was off plan and then you want to have something to get rid of all that extra glucose that's in you. This is a great, you know, get all the yuck out that you just ate. This is a great way to cleanse your body after a an off-plan meal. And if you want to add some sausage or bacon to it, you'll still be keeping it as a deep S. Or you can add a 3rd egg and leave it like this. And don't limit yourself to just 2 eggs. If you're hungry and you think you need a 3rd egg, have a 3rd egg. It's fine. Or add like 2 slices of bacon or some sausage to it, and that would make it a great deep S breakfast. This should also be a quick lunch. It does not take long to make up eggs. What I did, I cooked it in the pan and then I covered it and put the temperature down low, and I steamed it to get it all looking like this. That's how I cooked the top of the eggs. So this is the example of a deep S. The fat here, of course, you know, I mean the cooking fat, I use coconut oil. You could use red palm oil, or I don't know, I've never cooked eggs in olive oil. I don't know how that would be. But there you go. This is a great example of a deep S breakfast, or you can have it for lunch or for your quick weekend dinner. The next meal I'm going to show you is a heavy S. A heavy S is something that you have a lot of fat in, where you would have dairy, because with the deep S, you're not eating your dairy. You are eating the, you know, your meats are cooked in coconut oil or olive oil. The fat would be like, you know, in your bacon, in your fatty foods, and it would be in the oils that you use, would be where you get your fats from, with no dairy. Now, this heavy S that I have here, as you can see, it's a salad. I have a whole bunch of romaine and kale underneath of this. So it's full to the top here. And then I put cucumber, the rainbow peppers. I have an onion, which you cannot have on deep S. And then I have feta cheese, which is my fatty fat there. Then I have my chicken breast that I cooked in the Instant Pot and shredded up. So that was cooked. This you could use as a fuel pull or an E, but I'm adding it for protein here. And I have half of a breast because the breasts were pretty big, so I have half of it here. And on the side for my dressing, I have the Rhonda's Ranch dressing from the Trim Healthy Mama cookbook. I had to scrape it out. I didn't realize, like, look, there's like none in there. I'm gonna have to make some more. But this right here is all dairy. This is the Greek yogurt and mayonnaise mixed together with seasonings to make ranch dressing. This is what makes it all a heavy S. It's lots of fats. Now it's not, you know, and plus if I cooked something in butter, like maybe I sauteed the chicken in butter, or maybe I wanted to cook up my onions first or something, you know, that would be a healthier fat to use also. Olive oil. You could also put a dressing of olive oil and MCT oil and drizzle it all over. I've done that before, and then I've added my bagel seasoning to it, which is really good if you use just oil on your salad. I might end up doing that because I don't, as you can see, there's like no ranch left in there. So what I think I'm going to do now, I just changed my mind, I'm going to drizzle olive oil all over it, which here's my olive oil, and then use the bagel seasoning. And so this will be more fat that I'm adding to it, and it's going to be a heavy S because I'm going to put oil, fat, and onions in it. So this is my heavy S salad. If you have any questions regarding heavy S or something perhaps that I did not cover, go ahead and put it down in the comments. You can also add some of this shredded cheese if you have any shredded cheese. You can always add that to it as well. and that makes it a heavy S because you're using cheese and all that. So there you have it. All right, inside here I have an S shake. Yes, it's green because I put a handful of kale in it. So that's a little tip I can give you beginners. Just throw a handful of kale or spinach, like about a cup or more, into your smoothies. It will change the color to green, but it will not change the flavor, and they're just as good, and you're getting the healthy vegetable in it. But I wanted to show you this shake to show you what an S shake is. I showed you the other kind of meals, but this is almond milk, low-fat cottage cheese, protein powder, sweetener, and what I'm using for peanut butter is this defatted peanut flour. There's about a tablespoon or so in it. I did add a little bit of cocoa to it, so it's chocolate peanut butter, and I use the pure sweetener that I get from Amazon, but you can find it at Walmart. This is what I use for a sweetener. And here's the protein. There's a link below. You can go check this out for yourself. This whey protein isolate. Don't buy concentrate if you are a beginner. You want to get isolate and not concentrate. Concentrate is for bulking up if you were like a bodybuilder, and the isolate is what you want to use for losing weight. But this is a full shake. As you see, I have a really big container here, and you can use this for a breakfast or a lunch or a busy on-the-go dinner or a snack. It's really great because there's a whole scoop of the protein powder, so you have all the protein you need it, plus there's protein from the cottage cheese, and it also has some natural peanut butter in it. So the natural peanut butter is the ones that have like the oil that's all separate in it, you know, it's just peanuts and salt. So that's what you're going to want to buy on Trim Healthy Mom. But don't buy the peanut flours that have added sugar. What is that, Pro something? I can't remember what that one is called. PB Fit, I think is what it's called. That has sugar in it. They actually put sugar in it, so you don't want to buy that one. This is the Trim Healthy Mama peanut flour, or you can buy, there's a Protein Plus or Pure Protein Plus or something like that I buy off of Amazon once in a while. I'll try to remember to put a link below. But by just putting those ingredients together in a shake, you're going to have an S shake because you're going to get fat from the peanut and fat from the, there's a little tiny bit of fat in the peanut flour, but there's also fat in the peanut butter that you're putting in this. So it's on the lighter side of an S shake. So if you're looking for something that you want S, you want some fat, you want some peanut butter, this is a perfect way to get it, and it won't be green if you don't put kale in it. I just put it in. We're on our way out the door for church, so I wanted to have some veggies. So there you have it.